Hello everyone, Spencer here, also known as Screen Speak. In today's video, this is my spoiler review, as I will be doing, for the 4-episode limited series of Marvel Zombies. So without further ado, let's discuss. Alright guys, so I got my Deadpool shirt on with the mercenary for hire. Deadpool's not in this series, but you know, I wanted to wear an epic Marvel shirt because we do get the epic character of Blade, Khonshu, Blade, Moon Knight, Blade Knight, taking over Khonshu. Such a cool character, and I loved him in this show. And I like this series. I really did. You know, I watched the 4-episode. I don't even know if I made a review for it. If I talked about it in a full-on review or a mini or a short video. I might have been a short, but I'm gonna have to double check after I record this. But for the 4-episode limited series miniseries, Eyes of Wakanda show, it was okay. It didn't leave me going, wow, like I need more of that. I mean, it was a cool like exploration on the history of like Wakanda and like the lore of the Black Panther and artifacts and this and that. But it didn't leave me going. It was cool animation, don't get me wrong, but it didn't leave me going, wow, I need more of that. Or Marvel has to do more Black Panther stuff in the actual live-action MCU, which, Black Panther hasn't always been my favorite, not being, like, racist towards the... I love Wakanda, I love the vibe, I like the movies themselves, it's just not my favorite of the MCU franchise. But this specifically, Marvel Zombies... The What If episode was such a cool what if scenario, and like when I saw the trailer for this, I was like, yeah, please sign me up. And it's cool that they're doing it in the Halloween season, spooky season nonetheless. And I love this. And just to like throw spoilers at you, just to start going into it. Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, is like the main villain of this. You get into episode 3, and that's when it kicks gear, or it takes place, like it says, 5 years after the events of like the Marvel Zombies, the What If Zombies episode. So you see Ant-Man with the Doctor Strange cloak with the helmet, and then Spider-Man and Black Panther. And Spider-Man is doing narrations for Black Panther because, you know, T'Challa's gone in the MCU, but... More specifically, Chadwick Boseman is dead in real life, so they couldn't give him any lines in the show. I like that quite a bit. And they're taking on Zombie Thanos. And so that whole... There's like a 5-ish, no more than 10-minute scene that plays out with him, and they get sent through a portal to the rest of the story that's been taking place in the past 2 episodes. And they team up with the rest of the characters. And Wanda Maximoff is the like main baddie of this 4-episode series, and I loved that, like, each episode, like, it was, like, episode 1 was the story of how, like, Kate Bishop, Riri Williams, Ironheart, and Kamala Khan. I love Kamala Khan. Hearing the character more in this series was awesome. I can't wait to see her, hopefully, in Doomsday. If she's not in Doomsday, I'll riot. I'll riot so hard. Anyway, I bet she is. And Kamala Khan's Miss Marvel. Working together to take on the zombies. And then she teams up with Yelena, she being Miss Marvel, because Riri and Kate Bishop are like, well, we got it covered, go. So she teams up with Alexei, Red Guardian, and the mom, Black Widow's mom, and Yelena Belova. Apparently, Black Widow's just dead, which it's fine. It makes sense. I think she was dead from... dying as a zombie, but oh my god, there's so much I'm processing right now, excuse me. So then she teams up with them, and that's like the first episode, and then like John Walker and Baron Strucker, what's his name, Baron Zemo help out, and Randall Park comes in looking dapper, looking like dressed up just for the zombie apocalypse, and like I said, Spider-Man comes in the mix later. So what was the other guy? So episode 2 then is Shang-Chi episode where when Wu gets bitten, Shang-Chi and Katie come in and they're added into the mix, and some other guy, the Death Dealer comes in. He bags the dust from Wanda Maximoff. But then you have to go find Thor, and I thought it was cool because they played the Miss Marvel theme at one point. They played the Moon Knight theme with Blade. They played which was just giving me. I can't wait. I really want to hear the Miss Marvel theme and the Moon Knight theme, like in Avengers Doomsday. If Moon Knight ever comes in, or like Secret Wars, just Moon Knight walks in, da 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 da. It's like, oh, it so gives me goosebumps. But anyway, then there was, like I said, episode 2 was Shang-Chi related, and then episode 3 or something, there was like, it was felt like Multiverse of Madness related, because then yeah, it was episode 3 when the portal goes through and you see like the green goat guy from the Sanctum from Multiverse of Madness walk up, and he's like, we have to take down Wanda Maximoff. And I'm like, this is just literally like Multiverse of Madness style. But then they go to Asgard. The whole gang from the first 2 episodes goes to Asgard, and Wanda Maximoff is there. Like, you see Valkyrie, and I called it when the staff comes down. I'm like, oh, it's Valkyrie. But the staff comes down, or they walk in, and Thor, see Thor just brooding like this. And he's not fat Thor, but he's long-haired Thor. Epic. And then Wanda Maximoff is like, yeah, all this food you've been eating, all the food the Asgardians have been feasting on is zombified parts. It's like, great. So there's this big battle. They go on this ship, the Sicarian ship, where, Grandmaster's like, it's my birthday. And so they try to write it out, and Wanda's pulling it back. And Thor just has a fight with her, like lightning strikes her a bunch of times. And he's like, go, get out of here. Really cool. So he tries to take her down. They leave, but then just an army comes in. So episode 4 is like the big final showdown. We're like, Hulk. Hulk has been containing when Thanos fell down, when Black Panther killed zombie Thanos, all the gamma, or all the Infinity Stones energy has been like radiating throughout this arena section of Earth. So who's been containing it this whole time? Hulk. So they have to fight Hulk. And in the midst of this finale, I was very lost because I was just immersed in the zombie action that I got a little lost in the finale. I'm going to have to go back and watch some, like, almost a recap, like, explanation videos as to what specifically happened. I think what happened was they kind of, like, did a tease, kind of like what the Ironheart show just did. But I really love this show, this Marvel Zombies, way more than Ironheart. Where it was like, when Ironheart made the deal with the devil Mephisto and was like, yeah, cool, I'll make a deal with you, shake hands. And it just kind of like ended like, oh no, she has like this infection on her now. So, which could come back in the MCU, I have no idea. But in this series, which I don't think will ever get more episodes, which is unfortunate, I just have to say. It's like the Scarlet Witch, like they're fighting Hulk, and there's so much epic glory zombie fights. By the way, it's TVMA, but I totally would be okay with like a 14-year-old watching this. In no way is this just like the Echo show. This zombies thing is way better than Echo, but in zero sense is this TVMA. It's like, if I was comparing this to TVMA, like Rick and Morty, this is completely okay for a 14-year-old. I have to address that. It's completely fine. If your son is watching, if your kids are watching the X-Men 97 show, yeah, this is perfectly fine. I don't see why not. But back to it. So there's all this epic gloriousness of zombie killing, and the way Blade Moon Knight just kills Hank Pym's like in half. You see it in the trailer, and all this fun stuff. And they're fighting Hulk, and I don't want to give too much away about the fight itself. Go watch it. It's great. Hulk, right? And the gamma comes out, and like Scarlet Witch does something to Kamala Khan, like where she like touches her hand, and she's like, yeah, the world. I think what she did was Scarlet Witch put a spell on Kamala, where she's like, good, the world will be rewritten now. And you see at her door, the mom's like, Kamala, your friends are here. And then don't come at me for my accent. But Kate Bishop and Riri Williams Ironheart are at the door. And then you see little glitches later. They're having boba. And you see Riri, like, all in this outfit. Like, you see zombies and glitches and redness and going, Riri, Kamala, it's not real. Don't fall for it. Something along those lines. I believed it wasn't real. I believed it was something in her mind, but I was like, maybe it is. Maybe it's a Rick and Morty thing. Maybe the world is saved. Maybe no more zombies. No, going back to Rick and Morty on that one. But I loved. I liked how they were trying to set something up, but I'm like, wait a minute, what? It just ended. Like, I didn't have so much a problem. It didn't, when Agatha came out, I was like, now let's go find your brother. And I assume that they're going to continue that story in the Vision show. It's coming next year. I'm excited for Vision Quest, or whatever they decide to call it. I bet they're going to change the name of that show. But Marvel Zombies, in my opinion, even though I'll give you my rating, it's not going to be what you expect, but it's going to be maybe even a 7, but I called it an 8 out of 10, so So, I liked it. I'm just a bit confused as it wasn't like a big, either a happier ending or not so much as of a cliffhanger as what they did. So I was a little bit thrown off by how it ended. So like I said, I'm gonna have to go watch some explanation videos, but definitely through it, I had a blast of vibe with this show. I was looking forward to it. I think it paid off. And, I saw one headline, I haven't watched it yet, but it said, like, the big issues with this series. I feel like a lot of people just hate on anything, but I think people are just out to be like, well, if Marvel's putting out too many things, Marvel isn't connected. Cool. Say that all you want. But, this is a fun animated show for, like I said, parents to show their teenagers if, they're not ready to watch their... Hell, I'd even show this to... I guess they say hell in the show, but I'd show this to a 10-year-old. A kid who's not ready, like between the ages of like 8 and 13, like a tween, who's not able to fully watch like the hardcore MCU yet. This is a perfect introductory thing. Like, you got the like Spider-Verse movies, you got X-Men 97, the animated show 97, other Spider-Man assortment of shows, but this is like perfect for that, bridging the gap. So that's how I feel. What do you think of this series? My rating is an 8 out of 10, even though I had a little issue with the ending. That's okay though. I love this show. Killing zombies. They're not killing Nazis though. It's not like that movie Sishu. Now that's rated R. Anyway, it's not Indiana Jones killing Nazis. I don't even know if Indiana Jones killed Nazis. Maybe he threw one out of a van. That's probably what he did. Why am I talking about that? I don't know, because we went from zombies to Nazis, which doesn't even correlate at all. Don't forget to leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all kinds of content. I got this Friday my Alien Earth review, season 1 review, and I got next week I'll make a haunted hotel review, and so many more things coming. Got Tron Ares coming up soon, Black Phone next month, so much, many things to look forward to on the horizon. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me, don't forget to keep calm, watch screen. Peace out, everyone. Bye.